start record sama dia. So dia keluar. Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will present about analyzing graph and chart under topic sport. Before that, we will introduce ourselves first. My name is Nurura Aidainani binti Muhammad Yazid, matric card 70 DIB 19F1032. I'm the first presenter.
My name is Nona Blausna binti Mak Syukri Elais Fazli and my matric number is 17DIB 19F1028 and I am second presenter.
Okay, my name is Nur Atika binti Busu. My number matric 17 DIB 19F1046 and I'm the last presenter.
Introduction. People always say that sport without realize what sport exactly is. Based on searching, sport pertains to any sport form of competitive physical activity or the games that aim to use, maintain and also improve the physical ability. Mostly people in the middle age of teenagers love sport like playing basketball, volleyball and others. You know what? Playing sport is more careful and avoid from injuries, but don't worry, we can play sport by follow the rule of playing and alert with around while game continuing.
Okay, this is my bar graph. This bar graph shows the most in the world in 2020. The total number of people involved in the survey was about more than 4 billion. The survey was carried out from worldwide such as United States, Italy, Germany, China, India and other. This bar graph from internet and the link is the net space. Okay, so I will explain about features. It can be clearly seen that there were 4.04 billion people who like to play football. Meanwhile, 2.59 billion people who prefer to play cricket. 2.04 who vote to play hockey. Next, 1.15 billion people want to play tennis. 935 million would like to play volleyball. Then 875 million people who prefer to play table tennis. 8 to 5 million people who interest to play basketball. 5 1 million interest. Okay, in it can be clearly seen that the most popular sport in this data is football. It shows people in this world are more interested to play football other than other sport. And golf record the lowest number of people who interest in play this sport amongst the other sport. Okay, next summaries. There are the list spot chosen by people in this world from most to list of people who like to play cricket in 2020 was significantly higher than rugby. It can be seen that there were 2.59 billion people who choose to play cricket and only 4.76 million people for rugby. And lastly, based on this data above shows that the number of people who preferred to play hockey was far higher compared than basketball. It can be seen that the number of people who play hockey is 2.04 billion. Meanwhile, the number of people who interest to play basketball is 8 to 5 million only. It showed that in 2020, the most popular sport in the world is football. With more than 4 billion worldwide, this sport is in fact the most loved by players and players around the globe. Next, following cricket, the most practiced sport in India, and then hockey, which in America and northern countries is usually very popular. Next.
So now I want to talk about pie chart. This is pie chart. This is exploded pie chart. So the the pie chart show the percentage of sport are responsible for injuries in 2019 in America. As you can see, the surveys aim the people who was injured in the sport that they play in in their country. So I got these sources at internet at the link given. So now I want to continue with my features. As you can see, basketball and as you can see, basketball and bicycling have 18% both, and both football have 13%. Other sports at 10%. Soccer and swimming 88%. Baseball, softball, and skateboarding have 7%. Lacrosse, rugby, and other ball games, skating and fishing have 3%, and also the last one is volleyball at 2%. As you can see, the majority of the player injured, the people injured in the sport is basketball and bicycling at 18% both. And the lowest one is volleyball at 2%. Now I will continue with summary. Beside, so it can be seen both of basketball and bicycling are close to 1/5% respectively because these sports are more dangerous. Next, more than 110% of people injured in football sport is in knee injuries are the most common because especially at ankle. So the thirdly, exactly 110 injury in other sport. For example, I give climbing uh, because it have rope to protect them from high place. So the conclusion is based on the pie chart, it shows the people, especially boy and men, are more injured than girl and women in their favorite sport. Playing sport is very good, but we must to be careful and always follow the rules in the sport that protect ourselves to avoid injury. Now I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, for line graph, the graph below show the participation in different sport among children in the UK from 2008 to 2014. Uh, okay, introduction for this line graph show the number of children who took part in football, athletics, and swimming in United Kingdom between 2008 to 2014. The survey aims to only the children who take part in the sport. Okay, for figures, the population of football from 2008 to 2014 are 8.2 million to 9 million, and the population of swimming from 2008 to 2014 are 2 million to 3.8 million. The population of athletics from 2008 to 2014 are 0.9 million to 4.9 million. Okay, for the summary, from 2018 to 2010, the number of children who play football declined slightly from 8.2 million to 7.9 million and increased slowly to 9 million in 2014. Okay, as you can see in the line graph. Okay, from the graph above, the number of children who join swimming grows slightly from 2 million to 2.9 million in 2008 to 2012 and continue to rise slowly to 3.8 million in 2014. Okay, for uh, the graph also show the number children of athletics in UK at 2008 to 2010 rise slightly from 0.8 million to 0.9 million and increased steadily to 5 million at 2010 and to 2012 before drop slightly to 4.9 million at 2012 to 2014. Okay, for the conclusion, refer to the line graph given. It shows football was the most popular sport among British children and roughly 10 million children participated in football while 1 and 2 million in swimming and athletics. Okay, next for overall conclusion. Next slide. Okay, for overall conclusion, in conclusion, sport are important in human life. Its effectiveness on everyone forever to provide a healthy life and also a healthy mind. Sport activities help us in getting protected with numerous desires. Choosing sport is important so that we can play sport often as a hobby to become more active and healthy. Sport can also be turned into a successful career. Okay, next. Any question?
Yes, I want to ask question to Nabila.
Yes.
How to prevent injuries?
Okay. I give the example football. To prevent the injuries on the field, you must to wear a proper equipment and a good pair of shoes to support your movement. Mostly, sport need to to wear a good pair of shoes. One more thing, you must do ready your first aid before the incident or any injury of the people. So it can help you before you go to the hospital. Thank you.
Okay.
Anything
Any
question?
other question?
I want to ask a question to Atika.
Yeah.
Why do children in the UK prefer football over other sports?
Okay, for my opinion, it is a popular thanks to the simplicity of the game. The fact you don't need much more than a ball to play means it is as popular among school children. It is also a great way to know people and make more friends. Okay, that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you.
Another question?
Okay, if you guys don't have any question, I would like to ask you the question. What are the most popular sports in the world in 2020 based on the data given?
It is football.
Yes, is it true? Thank you.
So that's all from us. Thank you. Tertutup.
Underway, underway.